When you're on a budget.
Didn't think you'd ever stoop so low. Getting with the only girl you know.
I don't know why it's so hard for our generation to accept that not telling your friends all of your business does not make you a bad friend or a fake friend. And the only reason I'm bringing up that this might be a generational thing is because the women that have instilled in me to shut your mouth, shut your mouth, shut your mouth are my mom, my aunts, my godmom. They're the ones that taught me, like, just because I'm best friends with these other women does not mean I tell everybody everything all the time. And that doesn't make me a bad friend. It just means I understand boundaries, privacy, and the power of kind of just waiting and seeing how things play out before you open up your mouth and speak on them. I feel like I've seen a lot of my peers think that they have to get approval from their friends to do everything. Like when they're talking to a new guy, like, let me tell like my friend, and then, then your friend starts giving you unwarranted advice. Like, I don't think you should do this with him at this time and this, that, and the third. And then you get pissed off, but it's like, technically it's your fault because in the first place, you could have kept that to yourself. And all you really could have told your friend is, I'm talking to a new person, not when you did this with him, when you did that with him, what you're planning on doing at what time. No, too much. Let's work on boundaries. Because withholding information is not the same thing as lying or keeping a secret. Let me repeat that. Withholding information is not the same thing as lying or keeping a secret. Sometimes you're just protecting your business. Sometimes you're just letting stuff play out and you're letting yourself have something. Sometimes if it's a relationship, you're letting you and your partner experience that relationship and not needing this extra approval from others to make it more real. It's just between y'all, and that's what makes it real. So next time you open up your mouth and you just feel like you have to tell your friends everything or else you're being fake, know that that's not the truth, and that you might want to try out next time you talk to somebody, just keeping things to yourself and letting stuff play out. And you can tell your friend, yeah, I've been seeing somebody. But do they need to know what happens on every single date? No, maybe that's just a story for you and Bae.
I am so tired of people coming on this app, coming to my page, telling me what I am. Like, girl, do you know me? What does black even look like? Do I have to look like you? But yes, I am African American. My father is, so therefore that makes me black. I know that may offend some people, but I really don't care. None of my white counterparts look at me and say, oh, she's white, we're gonna treat her differently. No, they treat me as a black woman. I've always experienced and lived my life as a black woman living in the US. But for the sake of Black History Month, as African Americans, we need to be focusing on more important issues versus telling people, oh, you don't look black enough, or you're too light, you're too dark. Like, we need to be focusing on how we are going to bring our community together and build generational wealth for African Americans. I actually left the US in 2021. I moved to Dubai. I live in Belgium. One thing I can say is that Americans are so obsessed with race, trying to tell you what you are and what you're not. My page is all about travel and my experience living abroad. So I was talking about my experience being black in Dubai, and I got all these comments. Happy Black History Month.
You like my voice? It's how you on. This ain't no way till you see it in a thong. He ate my coochie and I cracked him to my song.
About myself like I do.
Why are you always wearing black?
Well, it's to remind you that if you mess with me, I'm already dressed for your funeral, darling.
Jesus, what's going on? I can never understand what's
The older I get, the more I understand why as Black women, we are so vocal about our self-love and successes. Do you know what they say about us? Like, do you know what the research says about Black women? Despite being highly educated, we earn the least, we're disproportionately single, we have the highest divorce rate, we face the highest risk of maternal death, and as entrepreneurs, we receive 0.4% of all VC funding. That's not even a full percent. This is why Black women celebrate every single win. Because against all odds, we're getting the promotion. We're negotiating fair pay. We're in beautiful relationships. We're delivering healthy babies. We're raising capital. Black women aren't magical because we say so. We're magical because the world constantly tells us we can't or we shouldn't. And somehow we do. I'm just proud of us.
Beat your bitch back down. I'ma get your hold of man down. WWE SmackDown. Yeah, I'm talking raw.
Side eye. Side eye.
Silly Caucasian girl likes to play with samurai swords.
Your dreams, baby, get you and me. It's time to boss up. Fix your
Black men hyping each other up.
Yeah, the echo, the echo, the echo. Hit the echo. Hit the echo, my nigga, hit the echo. Yeah, hit the echo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time.
The Black Confusion.
Oh, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Me! It's me! Me! It's probably not me.
Colorism. So growing up in the South, I can relate to this because colorism thrives in the southern US states. It thrives, okay? And one thing I realized after spending time like up north a little bit and in other areas, like Mexico or whatever, they love some dark-skinned women in Mexico, all right? Or like in New Jersey, like spots like that. But in the South, growing up a dark-skinned woman, or even just being a dark-skinned woman, period, today, not even just growing up, but being a dark-skinned woman, it might not be true. It might not be you. Like, we're just now getting love, and it's still hard for us to be shown love today. Colorism.
Alright y'all, so today I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I received a couple items from Black TikTok and I never actually opened them. First box, okay, I actually did see this stuff. They sent me a sweater. Let me see. A sweater. I think it's going to fit me. Oh, so cute. And they also sent a water bottle. It says Black TikTok, don't look at my nails. Now this one I actually had no idea what it was. It says it's a bash cake. So I'm just gonna unravel it. Alright, so I finally got it open. And y'all, I think it's a giant chocolate like cupcake. Hold on, this is real chocolate. Whoa. It has
in my matches. Hey, what on yellow bones? I don't want no black bitch. I'm already black, I don't need no black bitch.
You know, black people.
No! If you're having a discussion with a black person and they say the word okay more than twice consecutively, you in trouble. One okay is fine. Okay. Okay. Two okays is a warning. Okay. Okay. Or, okay. But we're done after that, because the next step is, I said okay. Or even worse, see, I tried to just let it go.
I make it bounce. Miami, Tennessee, or Surrey Keys, I make it bounce. Every single thing gon' pop out when I'm in the town. She must have graduated, only seen her in a gown. I push up on the she pull every face except a frown. Did a show in Canada, I'm turning dollars into pounds.
Une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux. Bien sûr que dès que je vais ouvrir la bouche pour donner mon avis, on va dire que je suis imbu de ma personne, que je parais hautaine et que oh mais attention, pourquoi tu nous agresses? Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux. Bien sûr que je suis dans la catégorie urbaine pour les marques. Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux. Bien sûr que je suis partie d'un côté d'inclusivité et de diversité. Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux. Bien sûr que la plupart de mon audience n'est pas située en France. Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux. Bien sûr que des personnes de ma communauté auront quelque chose à redire sur mes cheveux, ma façon de parler, ma façon de m'exprimer, la personne avec qui je sors, etc. etc. Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux, bien sûr qu'à un moment donné, il y aura toujours quelqu'un pour me dire de rentrer chez moi. Et ce sera toujours les mêmes personnes qui vont jamais comprendre que c'est pas parce que la Guadeloupe c'est à 8000 km que vous ne l'avez pas colonisée. Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux et je suis en couple mixte. Bien sûr que tout le monde aura quelque chose à redire sur ça. Je suis une femme noire sur les réseaux sociaux et bien évidemment que quand je vais donner la même énergie qu'on me donne en commentaire, je serai trop ghetto, trop agressive.
And I'm really not trying to vindicate the niggas that be like, oh, you're emotional as hell, you must be on your period. However, bitch, and I'm mainly talking just for me, sometimes when I wipe and I do that check and I see blood, bitch, the wheels start turning. Things start making sense. My prior actions for the past week just starts making sense.
Beware of black people and stay away from them. They are not good people is one of the first things that my mom was told when she came to this country. I am a first-generation immigrant child. My parents came here back in 1993 after the Somali War. My parents came here as refugees and they were taught the ways of the Americans by white people who were helping them stay in hotels, giving food, shelter, etc., etc. My mom told me a lot of things that the guides would tell them. They would say, you know, these people, they're black, they get into a lot of crimes. I wouldn't suggest that you mess around with them. One day my mom was taking a permit class and just like the jail yard, the black people were together, the Mexicans were together, the Africans were with the Africans, the Asians with the Asians, whatever. And as the instructor was talking about, driving and on the road, she said, just make sure that you're paying attention. And for you, she pointed to the Asians and said, don't laugh when you're driving. Don't smile. So yeah.
I'm on the program and closing my eyes. I can't even tell you nothing but you lie.
You're weird! You're weird as fuck. Like, you're so fucking weird. Why the fuck do you act like that?
What? Hey fam, you moving food here or something?
Nah man, I live here cuz. What, you moving food here?
Only if that food's jollof rice. I live here, bro.
What? Say swear, bruv, I moved here like a couple weeks back.
Oh, is it? Bro, I thought I was the only brother in this hood, bro.
Oh, Roger. I didn't think we was gonna have this problem here.
Of course we'll have this problem here. Blacks are bloody everywhere these days.
Oh, it looks like they're plotting something. What are they saying?
Hold up, I can lip read. He said murder, drug dealing, crime. Bro, I literally solved your hunger and I have enough money to live here, bro. What about you?
Fair enough, bruv. I just finished uni, bruv. I had to do a little degree in cancer research. Turns out I found the cure.
And more murder.
No! This is you living though?
Yeah, it's over there, my boy.
Over there?
Yeah. Oh, shit. It's not a target us, babe. We're gonna have to move again.
Oh, Derek, I don't like it. I'm gonna piss my fucking pants.
Yeah, I've been up.
So what are you saying? You free right now?
Yeah, bro, I ain't got shit to do.
Well, bruv, I got some coins in it. Let's roll strip club.
I need to put on some new garms to get some booty juice on them.
Bruv, £100 JD voucher link in bio.
Trust you now, I'm shitting it down. Faking like you always cared about. Now you can't come around, you're feeling it now. I know that you're probably scared without me.
So tell me when you realized that the bar is way too low for men.
Alright, story time. So one of my friends had a fucked up ass week. I said, alright, cool, no problem. Come over. We're gonna talk about it. Come over, talk about it, get everything squared away. Boom, she come over, cook, everything. She come over, I cook, you know what I'm saying? She get wine, laugh, joke, everything like that, so on and so forth. So skip time ahead. She went to the room with a casement, sat back and chilled. Damn shit up, I cleaned up the kitchen. Come into the room, she fucking naked. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, well, I mean, I kind of figured the fact, you know, after I ate, you know, this is the way I can, blah, blah. I said, no, sweetheart, that's not them type of, we're not doing them type of games. Nah, get your ass up, get yourself dressed, and you about to roll. Like, nah, don't get me wrong. I said, you cute and everything, but understand this, Slim, pussy don't run me. My dick don't run me. Like, that's not how this works. Like, don't sit here and justify yourself because I cook for you that you gotta give me sex. No, that's not how this works. I wanted you to basically sit here and vent and talk, and it's like, it's fucked up the fact that women think the fact that do shit like that. And like, because they deal with fuckboys. Like, nah, not all men are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It's fucked up. Like, it really is.
Got banned off live for Black Love TikTok.
For hateful behavior. Hey man, when it comes to me and my friends, we just like to joke with each other. We just talk about each other. We say anything like pea head ass, big head ass. See, watch this.
Fire, oh, bubble head ass, oh, round head ass, emoji head ass.
Who little girl you?
You said what about my seatbelt?
I had to ask
My seatbelt tight. Oh, muscle head ass.
I had to ask whose daughter this is, man.
My seatbelt suffocated.
Daughter.
You say what?
Lost their daughter.
Little chin hair.
I lost their daughter.
He got no chin hair. See, that's what I mean, bro. You feel me? So I don't know why y'all, you know, ain't no hateful speech. That's what we do, man. Yeah, man. So hit the link in the bio and check out some of the links I got in my bio, man.
Tell me you're black without telling me you're black.
My grandson don't know shit about me. I told him, I said, boy, if I tell you some shit about me, it will blow your fucking head what I used to do back in the day. This motherfucker gonna tell me, Granddad, I give you $30 if you just give me my phone. That way I won't even have to worry about the cutting the yard. I said, you give me $30. But I still want my motherfucking yard cut. I don't give a damn about no money. It's the goddamn, it's the principle. If you can't keep your promise to me, you're a liar to me. I can't trust you. I don't even want you in my house taking the shit because I'd be too scared your turd gonna be bigger than mine. And if I see some skid marks in that bitch, I'm coming to get you. You gotta get the fuck up out of here. No, that's not gonna happen.
Yo. And get weirder. I just washed my hands. That's why they're wet. No other reason.
If TikTok is banned, I will be moving out of the United States expeditiously. Even if it doesn't get...
Okay, so the first lady in this video, y'all heard what she said. She want to move out of TikTok. She want to move out of the U.S. if TikTok is getting banned. And the second lady is actually talking about moving, whether it gets banned or not. She and her family are already planning on moving. And honestly, what I have to say to that is I don't blame them at all. I honestly do not blame them. It seems like I just posted a video on the TikTok ban, how it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what is going on with the U.S. government, but it's a mess. Yeah, I honestly do not blame them for wanting to move out of this country. I honestly thought the same thing. Like, if TikTok is getting banned here, why not just move away? But, obviously, we have to be realistic about things. Not everybody could just pick up and move, you know, just because the country is literally moving backwards. But yeah, I feel like, is there not any way for us to change the way things are going? I don't know if a lot of you are into politics or, you know, involved in that stuff. I feel like maybe that could be part of the solution. Like, a lot more people, especially in social media, actual role models, you know, need to get into these things and make changes for the people. Because right now, it seems like None of our problems are being dealt with. Inflation, living paycheck to paycheck, like tons of people, just struggling. So many other crises going on. And nobody up there, up in DC, the Congress and the Senate, nobody's doing anything about it. Instead, they want to ban a social media app. So it's like, what could we do to change this? Let me know in the comments what y'all think.
I'm auditioning to be the first black TikToker for the Hype House. I mean, I can sing, fly me to the moon. I can also dance. Didn't even notice the punches that you roll with. And I'm an actor, so get at me.
God, if y'all don't give me my motherfucking money, somebody gonna die.
Straight like that, somebody gonna die.
So many black girls trying to figure out why black men don't like black women. I think I got an answer for you. I'm Ruquan, senior at Harvard, studying black history, and I grew up around black love, grew up in Washington, D.C., which is Chocolate City. So I felt and seen black love at every level, in the hood, in the schools, in office, in the businesses, on the street, whatever it is. And I come to Harvard and I experience something really different, where there's this war between black men and black women that's like the black women hate the black men, the black men, some of them stay away from the black women to get a white girl or whatever. I realize what's happening is these two groups of people are not actually talking to each other. These two groups of people are listening to stories from their parents, and they're also experiencing things from each other, but they're not actually sitting down and having a conversation about their desires, about their fears. And since they're not doing that, it's going to be extremely difficult to arrive at a place where love can exist like this. Because a part of love requires intimacy and vulnerability. Vulnerability is about taking off the clothes, being free, being open, letting it be known and letting it be shown, sharing how you truly feel. Intimacy is about both parties doing that and then coming close together. If there is no vulnerability and intimacy, it's difficult for love to be experienced. It's not just that black women want a husband. It's not just that black men want a wife. Black men want to be loved and black women want to be loved, just like white women want to be loved and white men want to be loved. But here's the thing, you only are going to be loved if you're both vulnerable and intimate, because that's the way that someone has an opportunity to truly patch you up where you're broken, kiss you where you hurt, and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is, like, it's a lot of people asking, like, oh, who's gonna love me? Who's gonna love me? They don't love me, he don't love me, she don't love me. But that same person is typically not willing to go and say, hey, I want to be loved. Here's where I'm broken. Here's where I hurt. Here's what I'm afraid of. Can you help me? And I think if that happens, then the outcomes will be better for both black men and black women. So many black girls trying to figure out why black men don't like black women. I think I got an answer for you. I'm Ruquan, senior at Harvard, studying black history, and I grew up around black love, grew up in Washington, D.C., which is Chocolate City. So I felt and seen black love at every level, in the hood, in the schools, in office, in the businesses, on the street, whatever it is. And I come to Harvard and I experience something really different, where there's this war between black men and black women that's like the black women hate the black men, the black men, some of them stay away from the black women to get a white girl or whatever. I realize what's happening is these two groups of people are not actually talking to each other. These two groups of people are listening to stories from their parents, and they're also experiencing things from each other, but they're not actually sitting down and having a conversation about their desires, about their fears. And since they're not doing that, it's going to be extremely difficult to arrive at a place where love can exist like this. Because a part of love requires intimacy and vulnerability. Vulnerability is about taking off the clothes, being free, being open, letting it be known and letting it be shown, sharing how you truly feel. Intimacy is about both parties doing that and then coming close together. if there is no vulnerability and intimacy, it's difficult for love to be experienced. It's not just that black women want a husband. It's not just that black men want a wife. Black men want to be loved and black women want to be loved, just like white women want to be loved and white men want to be loved. But here's the thing. You only are going to be loved if you're both vulnerable and intimate, because that's the way that someone has an opportunity to truly pat you up where you're broken, kiss you where you hurt, and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is, like, it's a lot of people asking, like, oh, who's gonna love me? Who's gonna love me? They don't love me. He don't love me. She don't love me. But that same person is typically not willing to go and say, hey, I want to be loved. Here's where I'm broken. Here's where I hurt. Here's what I'm afraid of. Can you help me? And I think if that happens, then the outcomes will be better for both black men and black women.
High volume.
Carriages driving away while I watch them ride with my dreams away to the summer sunset on a holy night.
I am a Black American and I absolutely love to travel to the continent of.
This is for the African Americans who think exactly like her, because I know it's not all of you. Whenever you decide to buy a ticket and visit another country, predominantly Africa or the Caribbean, can you please make sure to leave that stereotypical mindset that was inflicted upon you by these white people that oppressed you at the door before you enter? And if you can't do that, simply don't go. Girl went to Africa and someone got injured. Oh my God, someone got injured. Someone's phone got stolen. Oh my God, someone's phone got stolen. Sweetheart, you are from a country where a teenager can go to Walmart and buy a gun. America has the highest number of serial killers. You are from a country where when a white teenager feels depressed, he goes and shoots up a school. You are from a country where people who look exactly like you get murdered in broad daylight with all the evidence to show that they were actually murdered and never get any justice. So please explain to me how you can boldly acknowledge crime or incidents elsewhere, but you can't notice it in your own backyard. So crazy to me how the Western world have conditioned and convinced themselves and the people in their community to believe that crime exists everywhere else apart from the Western world. No, because let me do this again. Did people not die at Ariana Grande's concert in Manchester, England? Did Kim Kardashian not get robbed at gunpoint in Paris? And yet you still only acknowledge that crime exists in Africa? Some of these people are the same ones who will come on social media and make these stereotypical jokes about Africa, about the fact that Africa doesn't have any water. Meanwhile, Michigan don't have none neither. You lot will come on this app and stay shouting about how they live in mud huts and how they live in trees, but will never take a moment to look at the statistics of homelessness in LA and New York. People like you will come on this app and stay preaching and talking about how impoverished and poor and disadvantaged and how sad it is to be African and live in Africa because of how Africa is. Meanwhile, you're getting oppressed in your own country. Believe it or not, it's the same way when some of them go to the Caribbean. And you know, funny enough, same thing happens in Jamaica. Same thing. If you ever travel to Jamaica, just make friends with one of the staff at the hotel and ask them the worst guests who visit, and they will boldly tell you African Americans. And you wonder why some Caribbeans and Africans simply just don't like some of you. Because you lot come here and stay in other people's business and stay talking shit, knocking your cent against somebody else's dollar. You lot can really stay at the land of the free that ain't free. You really can stay there. Nobody's begging you to carry your bag and come. Do you understand? Don't buy tickets. Stay home. Good night.
Yo, I got hecka bands. That's the last thing.
Yeah, you heard you was gonna diss me. What happened?
Y'all so fake. You made of plastic.
Oh.
You know, black people. You know, black people.
As a black woman, I'm afraid to admit I will probably never beat the allegations of being an angry black woman.
Another thing about this, I'm black, but I don't like ghetto black people debate that's kind of annoying me. Everything they're saying is...
Okay, therapist hat off, healer, you know, all that stuff.
hat off, right? So don't judge me for that. You know, let her be who she is. You niggas really get me tight with this whole, you know, I'm black and I'm sophisticated and I don't rock with that side. And it's like, you niggas can't have duality, right? You could throw, I could throw a lace front over these locks. You know what I'm saying? I could make my hair straight, curly, you know, or kinky. Why I can't have duality in my personality to be able to be like, oh, I'm sophisticated and I'm ratchet. You know what I'm saying? You can have both. I don't know why, you know, and this don't speak for everybody, but a lot of black people, so you see, I'm tight right now, right? A lot of black people get into the, like, these jobs and they feel like they gotta be super sophisticated when they get certain titles and they gotta operate a certain type of way, which is cool, right? Because if you're a doctor, you should be professional. Professional doesn't mean white, though. You niggas get into these positions and you start acting like Samantha, right? And all of a sudden, Shaniqua, you too good for her, right? Which whole time, yeah, Samantha might get you out of jail, but Shaniqua, the one that's gonna bang to make sure that it never happens again, right? Like, it makes me so upset because, like, when people like myself, you know, I'm a real nigga. So I don't care what position I'm in. I don't care if I'm a therapist. I don't care if I was a doctor or a lawyer. I'm a be who I am, right? So if I wear gold teeth, I'm wearing gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? If I operate a certain type of way, I operate a certain type of way. Just because you get, you know, you get some money, you get a title, and them people rock with you a little bit heavier than they used to. Because they ain't rock with you when you was wearing them Dickies, but they rock with you when you wear, you know, the suits, right? When you get over there, y'all tend to exclude everybody over here like you're too good for them. And these is your people. These are the people who, you know, unfortunately, gonna love you regardless. Because that's, black people love to love people regardless. And y'all be throwing dirt on them because, oh, I don't do that. Y'all too ghetto. Y'all listen to Sexy Red. First of all, Sexy Red makes great music, right? When you want to throw your ass in a circle. So I don't understand. And y'all also feel like when you do get these positions, you got to forget about that. I used to go to therapy, do therapy in the morning, and I used to throw music showcases, and one of the segments was twerk break. Like, balance. Y'all know y'all can have more than one personality, right? Y'all know y'all can be, you know, we all have contradictions. We're people, so you can have multiple sides of yourself. But y'all like to cut off that side because it's a little too ghetto, or you think it's a little too ghetto. Whole time Samantha be asking you to say the word nigga just because she wants to, you know, ooh, it gets me so excited, right? They want you to do all this black slang when you get over there, but whole time you too good for the cookout. Find somebody else to play with. So let me get out. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my stuff back on. Y'all have a good day. Wait, it's going.
No, not one of them. No, not one of them. No, not one of them. Play with that bias, not one of them.
What it feels like to be black, part 1. Number 1. When you enter a store, people always gotta look at you twice. Like they turn, and then they look at you, and then they turn, and they look at you again. Like you ain't seen me the first time. Like, do I look weird to you? Number 2. When we see a white person, we automatically just nod our head down. Like it's like an instinct. Number 3. We season everything. It don't matter what it is. It could be broccoli. We season it. Last but not least, we got number 4. If we see one black person running, just know every other black person is gonna be running too. Like, that's just common sense.
What are people's opinion on black girls who have white friends? Let me elaborate. So obviously I grew up in private school. I went to public school. I was in the gifted program. There were maybe like 3 girls total who were black in that program, and story for another day. But anywho, I oftentimes found myself being friends with a lot of white people. It was never by any intentions though. Also, all of my best friends now, I've known them literally since 3rd grade when I transferred schools. But with that being said, one look at my Instagram page and you would think I was a lost sister. But that doesn't reflect my friend circle groups now. My friend groups literally throughout the year, almost want to like wipe my entire Instagram page because it really looks like that. I'm no way, any shape or form, like a self-hating black girl. Like I have an entire series about it. I've been talking about like black issues for years. When I'm walking down the street though, I cannot help to think that I could possibly be looking like one of those girls, those black girls that purposely tried to be as far away as they can from their own community. And if you know my page and if you know everything that I stand for, and if you literally know me, I am not that type at all. But does any other black girl struggle with this? And I know this is like an extremely vulnerable topic. I haven't posted on Instagram in forever, but I almost want to like just do a whole wipe down and just like, because it really does look like that. And I'm really not one of those.
Let me tell y'all something. When y'all see me with my bag and my keys walking towards the elevator, all requests, comments, and concerns are gonna wait until I get to my house. Okay, when you hear this, and baby, I just be jingling. I mean, jingling like I'm picking up a child from daycare through that office. When you hear that sign, baby, I'm going home. This is not the time to, oh, hey, Dakota, can I? Oh, hey, babe, no, you may not. No, you may not. Because I've been up in this office for 6 hours. And you had time to discuss whatever you are about to discuss with me. Babe, office hours are closed. Okay? I'm leaving. I have my bag. I have my... Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Like, I'm ready to go. I'm leaving. You missed your opportunity. Back up. Like, read the signs.
We
I've been eating that black lady up who said the hood people make her anxious. Can I just say, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm going to say that I don't believe she meant black people that are specifically from the hood. Like, if she found out a black person isn't from the suburbs, she would be like, oh, get away from me. I don't think she meant that. I think she meant crash dummies. And she just associated crash dummies to the hood and the ghetto. And not all crash dummies come from the projects. I came from the projects. I'm not a crash dummy. But I tell you what, it's one reason why I don't go out. Because crash dummies make me anxious too. And we know that when you in these clubs, who in the club with us? People that look like us. So I think she just associated, like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I think she just associated crash dummies with the word hood, and black people associated the word hood with black people. I think there's a disconnect. No way of winning if in their eyes you'll always be a downfall. There's really no way of winning if in their eyes you'll always be a downfall.
If we were really from Africa, America would have never told you. I mean, what's the point of taking someone's last name, taking mother away from daughter, taking son away from father, making sure they can't speak their language, making sure they don't know their culture, if you're just going to turn around and tell them the exact location where they're from in the first place? It just makes no sense. What makes sense is telling them they're from somewhere else so they won't connect to their actual land and heritage and culture. Think about it. Peace to the gods.